What does an impossible lobby in Warzone look like? Well, a little bit like
Has a
this.
mortar strike and a trophy, but is just trying to pave the way and get inside. But all of the buildings, all of the space is already taken. You're going to have to fight for it. You can see the team that we were just on rotating into the building with squad 24 and 41.
Team 6 looking pretty solid there. Junior's team holding down a building. Mubisi trying to contest it on the right. You see Ghoul, one of my picks to win this in a team fight with several squads there on the right-hand side of your screen. Holy cow, it is a battle for buildings. The teams that got there first have an advantage with some of these squads.
If you're wondering why there are so many people alive, it's because this was the last chance qualifier for the World Series of Warzone. And in this game, whoever won this one map, the 6th game of the day in the last chance qualifier, would go through to the grand final of the World Series of Warzone, competing for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Kills didn't matter, points didn't matter, you just had to be the winner of the game. Which explains why 126 people and 45 squads were still alive in Circle 4. And on top of that, it's recently been shown that iridescent players, which the vast majority of these guys are, make up 0.5% of the player base. And this lobby was also riddled with a number of professionals who probably range anywhere from 0.1 to 0.01% of the player base. So as a team, you had a 1 in 49 chance of winning this game, against less than 0.5% of the overall player base in terms of skill. Some of the top players in the world all in one lobby all together. So the odds of winning this game are extremely slim. And if you missed the news, we managed to do just that. Myself, EU Ghost, and Peters managed to win this last chance qualifying game, and I wanted to show you how we did it, not only from my own perspective, but also from the Codcaster perspective, which gives you so much info and knowledge about the world around you in Warzone, which I think is really incredible. But what makes this story even more fascinating is that EU Ghost, myself, and Peters had never played together before. We have never played at any given time. I think I'd played with Peters once for about 2 hours randomly on a given occasion, never spoken to each other before, didn't even follow each other on Twitter or anything like that. And after being given a last chance qualifier's captain spot because so many teams were pulling out of it because they just didn't feel the odds were worth it or they didn't feel like they had a shot of getting through, I figured why not? Give it one last roll of the dice and see what happens. So not only was this a statistically improbable game that you had to try and win, but I was doing it with 2 teammates who had never played Call of Duty together before, never worked together before, never talked together before, and it was truly a little bit of a mess and a little bit of a masterclass. And I want to show you all of the key points in this game, all of the things that came together to let us win this last chance qualifier, which was an absolute menace and an absolute mess. And I think the first one is probably the most funny one, because this was early on in the game where we had opted to land outside of the circle, try and get our guns, and rotate in really early, because we figured you don't really want to fight anybody. In a lobby like this, there's kind of no benefit to shooting anybody until you really have to, because the goal isn't getting kills, the goal is winning the game. And the more gunfights you have, the more trades you might have, the more people you might lose. And really early in the game, we landed in the same town as another team, and one of the players on the enemy team gave me a wiggle to imply that he was not going to shoot me and that I shouldn't shoot him, which I thought really underlined just how crazy this lobby was because people weren't thinking about getting kills. When you've got some of the top players in the world and statistically some of the better players in the player base in one lobby, every time you have a fight, it's pretty much a given that people are going to end up being shot out. And losing a player, going into a gulag, or trying to buy somebody back in a game where you just need to win is a bit messy and almost a little bit not necessary in places. So I thought that was really funny. This next clip was the first fight that we actually took in the map, and pretty much one of only 2 or 3 major fights we actually had full stop. And in order to maximize success and guarantee we weren't losing it, we showed up like we were playing Rainbow Six Siege. I mean, literally creeping up on this dude bit by bit to make sure that none of us died by accident in the process. And this last bit is where things start to get really messy. Now, I'm going to explain this first little segment here because I think it's funny and I think it's hilarious, and I think it really shows just how challenging a lobby this is. But after this, I'm just going to show you how the end of these circles played out because it was pure carnage, utter chaos, and I'm going to show you our perspective and the Codcaster perspective because I honestly think it's one of the most terrifying, miraculous, random things you'll ever watch in terms of Call of Duty. But in this final little segment here, just before we're about to move because the zones are starting to collapse and everybody's about to smash into each other, we had a whole team under us inside the same building who had thrown down portable radars and knew that we were in their building because none of us were ghosted. And they decided not to push us. If you've ever seen pacifism in Call of Duty, this is it. I'm going to let this final segment play without any kind of commentary because it is just pure carnage. And we managed to carve our way through this carnage with some good communication. And I think it's incredible. But if you've enjoyed this video, please do drop a like.
Oh, what am I seeing?
That was close. Get ready. They might start pushing. Team's pushing the other team.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, we
Might
may
as well.
need to move now. Right, he's ready?
I'm getting bare smokes ready. We ready?
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Hey,
what,
you
wait.
wanna
Let's have a
rotate right
destination.
now?
Let's have a destination. We're going ground floor of
Yeah,
green, yeah?
we should plan it.
Ground
before
floor
it-
of green. Get ready to pop as many smokes as possible. Go. Go out this window. Go out this window.
There's gonna be people here already.
Yeah, 100%. In here with me, in here.
Holy cow, it is a battle for buildings. The teams that got there first have an advantage, but some of these squads are doing such a great job of pushing with smokes to enter in.
One close.
wall.
One
Durable
castle.
there. Get the durable.
Where is it?
He's
There's
just
one
picked
here.
up.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to move with the smoke. Get ready, okay?
Yeah, maybe we can wait for a bit. And
Yeah,
then
wait
we'll
for a bit.
wait
Wait for a
outside.
bit. Yeah, we've got.
There's one
Yeah,
close
as
left.
well.
I think there's one close left.
There probably is.
Right, we need to start going,
We can
boys.
buy a durable gas mask on the bar. if you
Bro,
want.
I might actually self-sabotage here. Get ready to buy one of us in on that portable, potentially.
Right.
Actually, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
We start going now, boys, I think.
Go. Keep smoking. Keep smoking. If you got it, keep smoking. Boys, I got it. Lock up in here. Lock up in here.
One
Yeah.
bridge.
Watch my back. Watch my back. Coming in.
One
Coming.
close. Inside one shot.
Close the door. Close the door.
Stun him,
Set up well for next zone. They actually have a pathway here on
Oh, wow.
the parapets, if you will, of this stronghold. I mean, this is chaos.
We knew this was gonna happen. There's 20 squads up. Circle 8 closing in 26 seconds, still pulling. You can see squad 43, squad 20, squad...
I did.
On my door. On my door. On my door.
Quick.
If you got a res vest, do it.
Yeah, I do.
Again, in the door. Door. Same door. Door. Again.
Come.
Res vest.
I don't have a...
Played up.
Who's close left on us? Precision, by the way, precision.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bleed.
Yeah, I'm good. Have smokes. On me. One guy on me. Played up if you want. They're outside of the zone. One more.
Last guy on my
behind
back. Let's fucking go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's fucking go! No
way.
No!
No,
I've just
boys.
busted my microphone.
my
No way! You!
Boys. Bro.
No!
Fucking go.
I've just busted my microphone.
Scenario, this is nuts.
Pentagon, CGS, Lola last alive, but she's gonna be pushed off the high ground into it. But the player advantage, that's gonna go to Tactical Brit. How all three of them are still alive, I don't even know. One member going to fall though. Lola gives her life to make that happen. One last member of Pentagon squad finally coming in, but
No way. It's Tactical Brit versus the world. 3 teams left. Tactical break in Ghost. Have the zone. Joshy pushes. Misses. It comes down. Pentagon's out. Joshy out of there. Tactical Brit. They call him Tactical for a reason. We will see you in London, my friend. I don't think you have to go very far to meet us at the Copper Box Arena, but congratulations. Unreal situation at the end.